I don't think I can start to tell the story about myself without telling the story of my ancestors. First, I would say I'm Garifuna American. My family is Afro-Indigenous. My ancestors were explorers from the Mali Empire in Africa. They landed in the islands of St. Vincent, across the Caribbean Sea, and through a series of wars with British colonizers refused to be enslaved, and as a result were exiled from the island and were sent across the Caribbean Sea to the eastern coast of Central America. And in the 90s, my family migrated to Los Angeles. My parents are older immigrants, and I'm also the only child to the both of them. All my siblings, or my half-siblings, are older, so I didn't really grow up with them. All I knew was like what was happening in my household. And once my mom and my dad split, I lived with my mom. So all I knew was like Bob Marley, Andy Palacio, rice and beans. So once I finally started school, I was maybe 6 or 7, going into first or second grade is when I realized how different I was from my peers. I was made fun of a lot for just not hip to the social customs of African-American children, because I wasn't African-American, I couldn't identify as African-American, couldn't participate in what they had going on. So it was really hard to want to be proud of my Belizean identity because I just wanted to fit in so badly. Coming into my identity as a Belizean American, as a Garifuna American, was every year we celebrate the Garifuna settlement in Belize at Nativity Church on Vermont and 57. Seeing so many Garifuna people in our beautiful gowns, our headdresses, and the offerings that we had, the music, the drumming, it was so hard to just not be moved by that. I think just every year, I just felt stronger about my identity and being proud that it made me different. Like I said, the story starts with, knowing the story of my ancestors. That's so powerful because a lot of Black people cannot say the same. It's through that oral storytelling that I'm able to know about what my ancestors were doing in the 1500s. I think that's so remarkable. My ancestors, through me, are continuing to tell that story, the story of migration, the story of resilience. That is so important. And so I think just naturally or inherently, I just have a drive to do that. Through my journalism, I center voices that have been historically marginalized. I wrote a recent story for LA Times Image about the bandana print. Just the nuances in which the garment itself comes with when you're in a certain neighborhood, but also how streetwear designers from LA, South LA specifically, are reincorporating it into their work and reclaiming the history that's here. It never gets old seeing your name in your hometown newspaper, I think for anyone, anywhere. I used to read the LA Times with my grandma and my mom every Sunday. You get the huge stack like that. I'd get the comics section, the kids section. It's just a really full circle moment. Just as, first gens, we're always motivated to achieve more, do more, and not live in the present. But 7-year-old me is she'd be so proud of me right now, so I'm trying to do good for her. Also, something that really drives my work also is representation, to be able to see, my neighborhood or the LA I know as I see it represented in media. To be able to be that representation is it's really humbling. I couldn't do it without not just my mom and my grandma, my family, but the ancestors. I feel they brought me here to be able to do this work, and I just hope to continue to serve this city. More than anything, I just want to serve people and serve the city of Los Angeles.